What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. We're talking about some more news, maybe a little bit of trade stuff sprinkled in here. Brendan Shanahan might be going to the Islanders. We've got a lot to talk about. So if you guys are new here and you're a Leaf fan, you want to follow along all summer long with all the news and trades and everything, be sure to subscribe here. Go check out my videos from the past and the last few off seasons. I update quite a lot. I'm an off-season type of guy. I love to make content during the off-season. But, of course, this channel is back and better than ever, and we'll be making content all year long. I'm so excited. I want to say thank you guys so much for all the positive comments in the last video and pouring your heart out to me, guys. I really do appreciate that. It doesn't go unnoticed, I promise you, and I will get back to every single one of you. It means a lot to me. But now we're going to have some fun, okay? Let's have some fun. Let's talk about the Maple Leafs. Let's wear the Jays hat now that the offseason is here, even though they're not doing so good either. But Brendan Shanahan, okay? There's a little bit of some talk here that the Islanders have been granted permission to speak to the Maple Leafs, and the Maple Leafs have granted that permission. They've said, okay, yeah, sure, no worries. The Leafs are allowing it to happen. Now, as we know, Shanahan is a guy that's kind of on the hot seat as well. He came in 2014. He's done quite a bit with the Maple Leafs, but there's been a lot of different reports regarding Shanahan and his involvement and, you know, stopping trades of a Matthew Nyes trade that was supposed to happen years ago before he kind of blew up on this team and became one of the main pieces for Brandon Hagel and a Marc-Andre Fleury trade potentially. Also, the Leafs, again, this is just reports that we've heard over time. The Leafs wanted to trade Nylander once, and he kind of put a kibosh on that. They wanted to trade Marner. He kind of put a kibosh on that as well. Excuse me, apparently more than once. And this is the thing. The Maple Leafs in the spot that they're in right now, they're going to lose Marner for nothing. He's likely going to walk. We're going to be talking about that in this video and in future videos because this is not over by any stretch. The saga of this, it's just beginning, unfortunately. The mental craziness and the circus and gymnastics is still going to be going on with Leaf fans in their head over Mitch Marner and Shanahan and Tavares and everything else. But there's been reports, and again, I heard this from the SDPN, Steve Dangle podcast, that Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment might just get rid of the president position. You know, Shanahan's got an expiring contract. They might just remove the position. He'll end up going to a different team, more than likely the Islanders if they're already talking and the Leafs have granted that permission. Or if other teams are interested, Shanahan's going to have a chance to go somewhere else, take on another position because this relationship with him is done. And for me to be reasonable, Shanahan did a lot of good things, okay? He did a lot of good things behind the scenes to try to bring in previous alumni back into the fold, try to bring people back to the Maple Leafs organization, right some wrongs. He brought in some good voices. He's brought in some bad voices. But Shanahan did make a positive impact on certain things. I can't say that Shanahan did absolutely nothing. He's done some good, but he's done a lot of bad as well, and that's kind of the story of what the Maple Leafs have been for the past how many years, like 8-9 years, where they're just consistently, you know, in and out of being great and terrible at the same time. Maple Leafs need change, and to me, Brendan Shanahan being gone is going to be a part of that change, and again, I thank him for all the good, and, you know, unfortunately, there was some bad, but it's got to be one of these things where he's got to go, and that's really unfortunate. Now, I want to take you guys over to something else, and this is going to bring into our news and rumor type segment. There's a lot of tweets here from Chris Johnson. I have his notifications on, but there's a lot of quotes here, and these are coming from the last couple days. Berube saying he liked the team. They're a very good team. We need to learn and get over it. Just a shitty game. That's what Nylander said. That's about it. Part of my language. Just reading the quote there. Tavares speaking about coming back. Marner speaking about coming back. Everybody talking. Stoller saying he got hit in the head. Pacioretty talking. There's a lot to unpack here. Let's start with the two things at the top that are just quick to get out of the way. Max Pacioretty is probably done with the Leafs at least. And for me, I think there's a chance Patches goes back to Montreal. I think he'll move there. He'll be with his family. I don't know where Pacioretty's family is currently. They might be in Vegas. I don't really know where he kind of set up shop. but he misses his family. He might retire. I think that he's probably done. I penciled him into the lineup next year. I thought this was a no-brainer that he would probably stick around, and it made too much sense. But it looks like he's gone. But we'll talk about that more in the coming videos as we get more information. But if it is the end, thank you, Pacioretty. You did fantastic in the playoffs. You definitely were not the problem. You came in and did fantastic. So thank you very much, Max Pacioretty. You were fantastic. Stolarz confirming that the puck off his helmet was not what got him hurt. He caught me in a bad spot, is his quote. He just caught me in a bad spot on Sam Bennett. So all the people that said that it was a shot to the head, it wasn't. It was literally him getting hit in the head with Sam Bennett's elbow, okay? Let's not sugarcoat it. He got decked in the head. It took him out of the series, ended his season. Let's hope Stolarz is ready because he will be the starting goalie for the Maple Leafs next year. Joseph Woll was fine, but Stolarz is definitely the guy that the Maple Leafs are trusting with their crease next year. Now, we got to talk about the big boys, okay? Nylander, we'll talk about him later on because he's a little bit interesting because he's kind of locked in, but I wouldn't necessarily say he's a guy that can't get traded. And trade videos are coming, and we'll talk about it a little bit, of course. But Tavares and Marner. Okay. Mitch Marner's, one of his quotes was, "I've always loved my time here, love being here." And we've heard that Marner was offered a contract by the Maple Leafs during the season and even before the season, and he declined to sign the contract. And the way that he's talking is in the past tense. I do believe he wants to explore the open market or at least try to pry as much money from the Maple Leafs as possible, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Marner's going to be walking for free. The Maple Leafs might try to trade his rights if, maybe they'll get a middle to late pick. It's not like you get anything for trading rights. I know, we saw with the Tanev deal and stuff like that, teams trade for rights to try to sign a player before they get to free agency. But Mitch Marner is a guy that we're going to be talking about in a million videos. And Marner's a fantastic hockey player, but in the playoffs, he never really went to that next level that the Maple Leafs needed. And for him to be talking in the past tense here, his time is likely up, okay? And again, this is not the only video I'm going to be talking. There's going to be 20 Marner videos. You guys already know. This is never going to end. It's Toronto media. We're going to be talking about this for a long time. So Marner looks like he's gone. Tavares, on the other hand, I said this months ago. I think the Leafs and Tavares probably already have a contract kind of in place a little bit, but I think that number went down. Tavares wasn't very good in the last few games. I love Johnny T. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan, okay? Marner and Tavares are clearly great hockey players, but they didn't get it done when it mattered the most. And that should cost you money, and it should also cost you a spot on the team. Should you have got assets back for them? Of course. But with Tavares, I think it's a little bit different. He came here. He's from here. He wanted to be here the whole time. He wants his family to be here. If I'm the Leafs, I go, look, Johnny, it's fair if you want to go somewhere else, okay? This is what's going to happen. We're offering you this much, and it's not going to be a lot. This is what you get. If not, sorry. That's just it. This is the money we have for you. We need to sign Matthew Nyes. We're going to try to re-sign a couple guys here. We're going to see if Steven Lorentz will hang around on the fourth line. We're going to see if Nick Robertson will take another cheap deal to see if he can slide himself back in. Because, Robertson had 15 goals this year and then scored the only game that he was in the playoffs. They're just going to give Tavares whatever's left. And to be fair, they shouldn't be doing that either. They should be just giving him, because when Marner walks, which is probably going to happen, they're going to have a lot more money to spend. We're looking at $27 million that the Leafs have to spend. Their blue line is already fully signed, and their goaltending is fully signed, even though, I think Morgan Riley, we got to have that conversation. We got to have that conversation as well. Sorry, guys. I just drank soda. It's not really sitting well with me right now. But Johnny T is an interesting one. His quote, "I'm very optimistic that it can work out where I'm back." They've already started talking. They want him to stick around. What's the number? And that's going to be the question of the video. What's the number? What is the number that you're comfortable signing Johnny to? Be realistic. What do you think they're offering him? Because this is very interesting. It's very interesting to say the least. So again, we're going to be talking about a million different topics. Like, it's hard for me to not go on 25-minute rants right now because there is a million topics that we need to talk about. Like, there's things I'm not even going to get to in this video because my camera, one, is about to die for some reason, and two, because I can't just go on these rants and basically make a podcast episode every single time I get on here. We have so much to talk about, and we're just getting started on this channel. I refreshed my logo a little bit. I've got to get my buddy to fix my intro because I got to put my new logo in the intro. It's a little bit more leafy, even after they just lost. But I'm very excited because this is where we have a lot of fun. I'm feeling rejuvenated, okay? So if you guys are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Join the squad. I'd love to have you guys here. Again, how much would you pay Tavares? And if Marner had to stay, how much would you pay him? I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.